Here are some of the VA stories on this week's show.
Ground is turned to start construction of yet another VA National Cemetery.
Ohio Cares. As you will see, that is both a great new outreach program and a very true statement.
The St. Louis VA Medical Center holds a big welcome home for service members returning from war.
That and more.
Outreach to OIF and OEF veterans has become a primary VA mission nationwide. VA facility managers have been tasked with holding at least one event every year to reach out to veterans and active military in their service areas.
The outreach events are designed to help service members returning from war and preparing to separate from the military. A number of facilities have had tremendous success with the events, like this one in St. Louis.
Soldiers Memorial in downtown St. Louis was the perfect site to host the OIF-OEF Welcome Home celebration put on by the hometown VA Medical Center. Organizers say this event was the first of its kind in the city, inviting veterans of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom, as well as vets of all eras and backgrounds, to share in a day of honor and opportunity. It's all part of a concerted effort by the VA to help give them the tools they need to transition.
If we can do these type of celebrations to provide them with the means to make them reintegrate into society, then I think this is a worthwhile venture.
In addition to being a family-friendly event, the celebration also featured career and business skills booths, benefits, services, and activities information, and a medallion ceremony to show our gratitude for our military men and women, who in turn say they are grateful to the VA and to the volunteers.
It's great to see the community jump out and really participate, and so we want to do the same.
Vet visitors and their families were encouraged to watch, listen, take part in, and yes, even taste the festival's offerings. Several members of local government were on hand for the event, emceed by St. Louis news personality Art Holliday.
Let me make that point one more time. We cannot thank you enough for what we're going to try today.
After a moving POW MIA tribute and moment of silence, keynote speaker Major General King E. Sidwell delivered a heartfelt address to the crowd, stressing the importance of military service by reading a favorite poem.
When I see our flag waving in front of my home, and when I salute the flag without fear of reprisal, I remember you.
Best-selling author and National Endowment for the Arts representative Andrew Carroll was on hand to offer servicemen and women, like Army Major Rosetta Pride, some ideas and ways to express themselves at the Operation Homecoming Writing Project booth.
Personally, I want to improve my writing.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, this enormous mural that graced the memorial facade spoke volumes. The artist that created the colorful 80-foot-long banner depicting specific scenes and heroes of past wars says he was especially proud to have his work displayed in this setting.
My family's been in the military, I got history, and I just knew to make people happy and touch them.
For event workers who also happen to be OIF-OEF vets, this day held special meaning as they got an opportunity to reach out to the same vets they were honored alongside.
It's a great experience because I feel like I got a lot to offer. As a veteran, I'm enjoying that experience and I'm kind of taking that all in.
All I did was serve others there, and I transitioned into Social Security, and now I'm serving others now. And that means a lot to me, to work for somebody that's out to help others.
VA employee and OIF-OEF vet Lieutenant Colonel Carol Wagner and her daughters Caitlin and Emily say the celebration helped affirm the veterans' service while acknowledging their need for transitional support.
When you come back from being overseas, it's really difficult. You have a hard time feeling like you fit in. So when you have a celebration like this, you really feel a lot closer in a connection with the people here in the United States.
The booths at the event were focused on not only reintegration and information, but also on activity and lifestyle. Visitors to the event could experience a taste of whitewater kayaking with the VA's Team River Runner, get rolling with a tricky wheelchair obstacle course, or even enjoy a relaxing and well-deserved back massage. Encouraged by the wonderful turnout and great weather of today's event, organizers here say that they hope that this celebration is just the first of many.
Next year, I hope to have 150, 200 OEF, OIF veterans. Even if we only help one veteran, then this celebration has been worthwhile.
It's a really good day.
Yeah, it was fun.
In St. Louis, for VA News, I'm Ann Heyer.
Our thanks to Ann Heyer and John Hayes with the Employee Education System Resource Center at the Jefferson Barracks VA Medical Center in St. Louis.
That's our friend with his back to the camera, World War I survivor, project creator, and photographer David DeYoung, getting even more photos of another friend, Frank Buckles. The two were at the National World War I Museum in Kansas City over the Memorial Day weekend. Buckles has literally been on a whirlwind the past few months, since he became the last American alive who served during World War I. He was feted last month at the Pentagon and at the White House. Buckles got the royal treatment at the World War I Museum. His guides were museum director Eli Paul and curator Doran Cart.
Mine has leather in here.
And he has
it does.
And it surprised me how good condition it is after all these years.
Well, it held up pretty well.
Yeah.
They made them pretty well for you all.
Yeah. And I'm fortunate to have my uniform that I had made for me. I was a well-dressed soldier.
While in Kansas City, Mr. Buckles was thrilled to take a tour of the U.S. World War I Commanding General John Pershing's home. After leaving Kansas City, DeYoung was off to get photos of the last 3 World War I veterans in Great Britain, and he plans to go on to photograph the few remaining in other European countries.
Congratulations to Peggy Thames, VA's Deputy Chief Prosthetics and Clinical Logistics Officer. Ms. Thames recently received an Alley Award from the Committee for Purchase from People Who Are Blind or Severely Disabled for her long-term dedication and outstanding support of the Ability One program. The Alley Award is given annually to an individual who provides extraordinary achievement and sustained effort in utilizing the federal procurement system to create employment and training opportunities for blind or severely disabled people under the Ability One program. Ms. Thames has been involved in the program for 30 years and since 2000 has led the VHA National Standardization Program, dedicated to awarding mandatory source contracts for high-quality and clinically approved products for use throughout VA.
Did you know that 2 VA PTSD specialists had a key role in helping get care to millions affected by last month's earthquake in Sichuan? San Francisco's VA Medical Center, Drs. Hoi Chi Tong and Wang Zhen are research fellows in VA's PTSD lab in San Francisco. They were doing collaborative research in Shanghai at the time of the devastating quake. And the day after the quake, the two began helping organize the translation of a 152-page manual designed by VA National Center for PTSD to assist people in the immediate aftermath of disaster and terrorism. In just 4 days, the translation was completed and ready for mass distribution to professional and lay volunteers working with quake victims and relatives.
That's it for this week's show. Thanks for being there for American veterans. I'm Mike Dole.
And I'm Leela Jackson. Thank you so much for tuning in to VA News. We wish you all a pleasant and productive week.